Hi everyone, it's me, Dr. Stacy Betancourt, with another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy. Today we talk about failure. The word failure for me is an interesting one. The concept of failure is often looked at as a complete negative, and if anything, the 18 years I spent in the classroom has taught me is the concept of failure. Hearing comments from students and their parents, the common comparison was, I got an A, I got a B, I got a C, opposed to the teacher gave me a D or an F. We as a society resist the ownership of failure. Drawing again on classroom experience, I once had an instructor in college who threw an epic temper tantrum as only 4 students out of 40 passed his weekly test. He then wasted valuable class time to belittle and berate all of us. And I had to say it as an adult student. I was very close in age to this man and didn't appreciate him literally sticking his finger in my face, demanding the answer to why I failed his test. I later found out that 4 students who passed did so marginally, which made my actions all the more meaningful. When I brought it to his attention that probability tells us that if the majority of the class failed his exam, this is a direct reflection on his teaching, and followed with a request that he remove his finger from my personal space. My comments were not necessarily intended to embarrass him, humble him maybe, but my words left him speechless, and class ended before he could respond. I expected to be removed from his class prior to our next meeting, but nothing happened. And nothing was said, but he did repeat the teaching lesson, the same lesson that we as a class did not understand. As a teacher, I have always stood behind this concept. If the majority of my students do poorly, that's a reflection on me. Dialing this back a little bit, we have been taught as a society that failing is bad, instead of a practice of it being a gift and an opportunity for a second look. To also consider the following: if we excelled at everything we tried, no learning curve, no margin of error, perfect every time, and in everything we tried, that would literally harm the fabric of society. Imperfection is humanistic. Imperfection teaches us the value of humility, and failure provides us with a multitude of learning experiences. Without failure, we have no room to grow. I'm not suggesting, though, that we fail for the heck of it, but if we began to understand that a perceived or legitimate failure is a chance to view something differently, we can reevaluate, adjust, and if we use the experience as the learning it is, we gain so much more of ourselves by not giving up. Now, I wish we could remove the stigma behind the concept of failure. It's understanding that we may need more focus or a different approach to a given concept, and yet this is all about mindset. It embraces the not yet bridge that eventually leads to yet, as in trying, not giving up, and finally achieving what it is we have set out to do. Does this always work? No, and that's okay. I wish I was an elite runner, but I also realize I'm not willing to do what I would need to do in order to achieve this status, especially at my age. Now, this form of failure is lived experience, and that's okay with me. Turning this on to you, what do you wish for yourself? What are you currently or have failed at? And with time, the skill became second nature, and that's what it comes down to. And remember, as you do this, treat yourself with grace. Treat others with grace. We're all on a journey, and even if we want the same things in life, there is no right way and no wrong way. It's your way. So keep trying, and if it's something you want, don't give up. Use the failure as a reevaluation and keep going. And that's it. I wish you all a great week. I always appreciate you watching, and thank you for being here for another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy. and I will be back next week. Take care, everyone.